Hello everyone, Yurkun from msp430.com forums here. In the last video we talked about making a tool to run our command line tools for our tool chain, right? And as you might notice here, I've since made a different tool here, but basically what I want to talk about now is how you can figure out how to make your own tools, right? So what you can do is if you're in Windows, you can create a batch file, or in Linux a shell script that is run with the parameters to figure out what these actual macros do here. Okay, for like project file name, which is pretty obvious and whatnot, but you may not know exactly what they're a variable for. Like you may not know what target output directory spits out. Now you might think, like I did initially, that would spit out the full path from the root of the drive that it's on all the way down into the output directory for the debug or release executable. But actually, let's go ahead and run this and I'll show you what it does here. And then I'll talk about the batch file, which is really simple to do. Okay, so let's just run this. And you can see here, it just spits out basically relative path from the project directory bin /debug/, right? So that's not what I initially expected when I did this myself. So let's take a look at the batch file. Okay, so I've got the directory already open here somewhere. Here's my batch file. So let's just take a really quick look at this. 2 whole lines of code, if that's what you want to call it, as code here. Add echo off, which just so it doesn't echo the paths and everything else you don't need to see or don't want to see from the command line. And then echo string 1. For those of you who aren't familiar with batch files and whatnot, what this does is it takes the first parameter that is passed to this batch file and just echoes it out to the console there. So if we take a closer look at our tool here, you can see parameters is just target output directory macro, like we noticed earlier. Then of course, you know, we have our executable full path executable here, and just with the output to a console window, or in this case command line window for Windows here. Also, you will notice here that I have nothing for the working directory, and that's because for this very simple example here, there's really no use for a working directory. We have our full qualified path for our batch file here, and we're just wanting to print out the relative directory for our our output directory here. So, however, I did want to point out, as Ricta59 on the 430 IRC channel pointed out, I kind of did something wrong in my last video here for the working directory. I pointed the working directory for the tool that I was showing you guys about to the actual binary path here. That's not really right. Probably what I should have done is I should have made the working directory the project directory, and then just gave a full qualified path for the executable up here. I didn't really see any harm in that, but it wasn't really correct. The reason why I didn't see any harm with that was because I really didn't want to use the tool as it stood for that given thing there. Anyways, but yeah, I wanted to run it as a post build step anyhow at that point. So there you have that. So there you go, Ricta59. That point corrected. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk to you all about was the user templates directory, where it is actually located, right? So let me just come up here into the text editor really quick, and if I can actually get it to do something here. Where's my cursor? There we go. It seems with my coloring here, I actually need to change the color of the array there. So, oh yeah, wonderful. I didn't even realize that Codeblocks didn't have a right-click paste option. So let's just do that. On Windows 7, this is the directory where the user templates are stored, right? So if we come down here to the folder that I already have open, you can see app data roaming code blocks here, user templates. You can see all of our templates here, and if we look inside one, we'll see the project file here, and then of course the source files that we included for that given project. You'll probably notice from the last video that the test and test 1 templates that I created are no longer here. That's because I came in here and deleted them. I was debating on how to show you all how it was done, and I just figured if I just went through the whole thing from the top down, that'd probably be best, because that just kind of eliminates some confusion there. So these videos here I'm going to be making are basically a step-by-step guide for people who may be new to the tool chain or to the msp430 Launchpad. Or also maybe just don't know exactly how to do something specific and might want to use Codeblocks to use the Energia tool chain, or maybe another msp430 tool chain based off of the GNU-GCC compiler. So yeah, I'm gonna be continuing with these videos, kind of like in a step-by-step process here. So probably at some point you're probably going to want to save your templates, or maybe not. Maybe you're good enough with what you have now, but basically I'm setting myself up here to where everything is just fine and dandy. I can come into a project, I can maybe change a little bit of code, and then later at some other point, when I'm done writing my code, I can upload the code to the msp430 Launchpad and then debug it, do hardware debugging on the platform there. I haven't actually figured out hardware debugging yet with the toolchain through Codeblocks, but I've seen something on the web that is very interesting, and I'm almost positive it is possible. How exactly, I'm not sure yet, but rest assured I will do a video when I figure that out. Anyway, I think for this video that's it. I wanted to cover some finer details for the beginners out there to the platform. It's my hope that these videos that I'm doing here will help instruct people, and to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of learning as I go myself, right? So this is helping me out a little bit also, but at the same time I would like to help whoever I can help out there with the same things here. But anyways, y'all take it easy, and in the next video I want to talk about how to set up the TI USB to COM port drivers, and how to configure it within Windows. Then past that, I will just give a quick look at Putty, the terminal program, terminal app for Serial there, and show how that's set up between device manager and actual Putty. Anyways, yes, y'all take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next video.